If this is not the world you believe our souls are supposed to be in, then maybe you need to understand that we manifested this world. If it's shit, it's because as a collective, we're in a shit place. When you learn how to treat people, how to treat your world, hold on, didn't need to hear that. This come to me this morning. I'm about to make my first coffee of the day. If you're a shit person, check that shit out. Pisses me off. Right, if you're a shit person, you're coming back in a worse life next time. The better the person you can be, genuinely, guys. None of this falsehood. The better the person you can be, genuinely, the more chance you have of ascending to a higher plane. Right, I have an ideal why this is true. Now, all this shit just come to me, so now I'm trying to work through this message. Now, no matter the God, no matter the person that you pray to, no matter any of that, no matter whether you pray to yourself or whatever, if this was final ascension, then it would be paradise. Are we living in paradise? No. Now, all of us may have a little piece of paradise, but we're not necessarily living in paradise. Big body, little head. Woo! Right. So ascending to a higher plane, this is your, I won't call it school, this is your audition. Don't you want the part? Don't you want the part of life where you get to be an amazing human being in your story? Now, narcissism, they think they're amazing and they're just whopping down the shit left and right. Now, I do believe that is some evil, a little bit of overtaking, right? So you become an evil piece of shit, you get fed evil, which reassures you what you're doing is right. Narcissism, right? Everything can be put down to some sort of influence, we'll call this. So at this moment in my life, I'm quite isolated, but I'm not lonely. If you can't be around yourself without feeling lonely, you don't know who you are. Now, Librans, they're a little clingy, but it's fine. This is traits of every single astrology and some other things, right? But if you can't be around yourself, then you don't even know who you are. Me, got a little bit of chub. It looks worse this way because the camera's leant back, but I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy in so many ways. Look at the dust bunnies buzzing around my head in the light. The shop gets dirty. I've got to be kitchen clean time soon. See, get all distracted. This is ADD. So for me, this morning I was standing there thinking about this, thinking, wow, if you want to ascend to a higher plane, you need to do your job. Stop being a shit human being. Oh, well. Yeah, it's not a greasy finger this time. Higher plane, guys. Now, the only way to get there is to ascend into a better position of life, into a better human being. You need to be a better human being, which means, hold on, I'm just going to carry this on. Shit, this is good. Look, this stuff comes to people, and instead of, I've got to make my coffee. Don't judge me on my coffee. Right, so instead of thinking that the world owes you something, which it doesn't, owes none of us anything, all right? You owe this expanse, this energy, smashed energy expanse, right? We'll call it that because we're all so lost. Now, you look, a lot of people would admire certain people on the internet that are kicking ass. I watched something with Andrew Tate talking about Islam and talking about Christianity. Now, his reason for going to Islam, right? This is what I took from it. Now, he looks at their culture, he looks at their women, he looks at their families, he looks at... Now, Tristan didn't. Proud of him. I think Tristan's probably the better brother. Right? I don't do a lot of worrying about what the rich and famous do, but he's a good example, we'll call him. Right. So, the way that their cultures are, they're still married. They're still part of each other's lives, is the reason he's gone to Islam, because he can see more value in their life, not their book. He agrees with a bit in the book, blah, 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 but everybody has something that they go by. Me, I don't follow the Bible. I don't follow anything. I'm not an atheist. I'm very spiritual. I follow good, not bad. Now, I know I can be bad. So like the Christadelphians, they believe that the devil is within all of us. Maybe they're onto something. Hold on. No, you're just going to just watch me walk over this. Right. So, this is where I come to. I was thinking. I was actually thinking about my stepdad, Corey, and his funeral, and how he'll be coming back and he'll be in a worse position. This is how it all come about. I was thinking about it because as much as I had a little bit of as much as he pissed me off with all the shit that went down, I don't hate him. I've ascended past that human condition of hate and fear and bullshit. I'm now growing into a position where I have things to do, but I no longer beat myself up if I don't get them done. I'll finish a couple of toys. I'm going to buy a property and just go do what I do, creating and passing some good words to the world. I've got some stuff that I'm working on something at the moment that's nothing to do with cars that I'm going to give to the world. And I need to make a little bit of money out of it. But it's going to be minimum because I want the world to have this that I have come up with. Look, you need to be a good person. All of you need to be good people. If we're living in a shithole, it's because in here, this is what we're radiating. If you want a better world, we all have to start being better and positive Now, I'm a little self-critical. Right? These huge bastards, massive caterpillars. But no, I've had my caterpillars forever. We're all self-critical. And then because we're self-critical, we're criticizing ourselves. So we think because we're criticizing ourselves, it's okay to criticize others. Now, we need to stop criticizing ourselves because we're creating a very critical world. All your energy adds up with everybody else's energy. And that's what our world becomes. That's what it molds into as we live. So, being a good person, genuinely a good person, is probably the only way.